Hey, hey. Welcome everybody to Miss Glow's Kitchen, where there's sugar, spice, and everything nice, where we slice, dice, and entice, using everything we can, from peppers to allspice. What's up, my people? Y'all know what time it is? See y'all in the kitchen. Stuffed fried chicken thighs are on the menu today. Alright, here's what we need to make those stuffed chicken thighs. Of course, we need chicken thighs. Make sure they are skin on and bone in. Alright, and if not necessarily bone in, but just make sure they're skin on thighs. Alright, so rice, broccoli, cheese, whatever kind of cheese you choose. I chose cheddar and mozzarella. Better than bouillon, so some chicken bouillon. White pepper. I'm using onion, pepper, garlic powder, sazon. I want to use some margarine. You can use butter if you like. Of course, you need a fillet knife, and you need a cast iron skillet with some oil. And y'all know what I always say, ain't nothing to it but to do it. So, let's get to it. Alright, so we're gonna do this here. So this is what I want y'all to see. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna debone this thigh. Now what I have here is a fillet knife. Yours may not be shaped like this. It may be shaped just slightly different. Now what I normally do is I'll go in. So you see I'm digging my 2 fingers. I will go in just under that bone, but not through the chicken. So I'll go in just under that bone and cut. So look at that. All right, cut that side too now. I want to see here, there's a gristle left. We're going to get this out first. So we're going to go around this bone right here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut as close to the bone as we can. All right. Look at that. Get that gristle off right there. That gristle. What you got there, darling, is you got the boneless. What is that? I don't like that. Is there anything you don't like in your chicken, take it out. I don't like that. Little vein or whatever this shit is running through here. I'm taking it off. I don't like it. Oops, I almost stuck myself. But okay. That's just me. I don't know how slippery chicken can get slippery little suckers. Alright, so now, there we go. So we got a boneless thigh here. Skin on so it can fry crispy. Alright, so we're going to do all of them. I'll show you how to do one more, and then off camera, I'll do the rest of them. So I'm going to show you. Okay, this is some. You feel anything hard, because remember, these are going to be boneless. And you'll cut right into them, into your stuffing mixture. Alright, there we go. Cut a little bit on this side too, but don't cut down too much. Don't cut through that chicken. Don't cut through that chicken. That's what I normally do. Like that. And then do that. Going like that, like so. This little gristle right there is off. Was that good peeping that on there? Put that on like I did last time. That's good. Alright, once again. That's a little skin on. And that's how all of it should look. Now we're back with all 6 thighs deboned. Alright, so now we're going to season. We'll start off with some seasoned salt. So I'm using the sazon, but you can use any kind of salt you want to use. It's really up to you. So this is a really easy recipe. So nothing hard about it. Alright, so I'm going to put some onion powder. And just sprinkle it on there. Don't be so heavy-handed, because you're going to, garlic powder right here. You're going to season your rice too, so you don't want anything to be salty or over-seasoned. Ground white pepper. And you can use any pepper. You want to use red pepper, cayenne pepper. You can use black pepper. Yes, it will work. Because remember, these are going to get coated in flour. So you just want to make sure. They're seasoned very well, but they're not over-seasoned. So you want to be careful with that. Alright, so skin side down, and we're going to sprinkle some of the seasoning on this side. Put a little bit.
Because remember, you have to season both sides of your food. So you want to make sure that you do that. If you haven't hit the like button by now, please hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that share button and hit that bell for notifications so you'll be one of the first ones to know when I put a new video up. Alright, so you can see I'm kind of patting the season into the chicken. So I'm kind of working it in there a little bit. Alright, so I'll be right back to mix the rice. Alright, here we go back with the rice now. If you have leftover rice in the fridge, it's great for this recipe. Trust me, it is. Alright, so this rice is it's kind of warm. It's not hot. We don't need hot for this. Alright, so that's that better than bouillon out of the jar. If you have bouillon cubes, you can chop those up, put in a little bit of water, let them dissolve, and then mix it in. However, you do want to taste this mixture. You don't want to make it too salty, so you want to be really careful. I'm going to put some margarine in now. If you want to use butter, you can use butter. Butter is fine. You also have the option of using a flavored margarine if you want to make like a compound butter or something like that, you can use that. You can stuff this chicken with anything. So if you don't have rice, you can use potatoes, you can use vegetables, you can use stovetop stuffing. You can stuff this with anything you like to eat with chicken. It'll work. Yes, it will. Alright, so we want to get this mixed up. The bouillon and the margarine, we want to get it mixed up really well. Alright, so once this is mixed up really well, I have some cooked broccoli. So you want to chop your broccoli kind of small. I did anyway. I have some cooked broccoli, and we're going to put that in right after we put this cheese in. So we're going to put in a mild cheddar cheese, and I have a mozzarella. Now what I did find with this recipe is you lose the flavor of the cheese. So if you're looking for a really, really cheesy stuffing in the chicken, then you want to use a medium cheddar or a sharp cheddar, and you'll get more of a cheese taste out of it. So because otherwise it kind of gets lost in the sauce basically if you use a milder flavored cheese, which I did. So you want to bump up that flavor a little bit, use a sharper cheese, but you can use any kind of cheese you want. Okay, I'll be right back. Got some broccoli boiling. I'm going to chop it up and come right back and mix it. Alright, so I chopped mine a little bit fine here. You can do yours a little bit bigger, in a little bit bigger pieces if you want to. I didn't want to. I wanted the broccoli to mix in very well with the rice. Okay, so once we mix this in, we're going to go over to our flour mixture. Alright, so I have a shallow baking dish here. So I put about 3 to 4 scoops of flour in here. So just enough. I got 6 thighs, so just enough to roll these and coat the thighs very well. So the same seasoning I seasoned the chicken with, I'm going to season the flour with it, but I'm going to sprinkle it in there. I'm not going to be real heavy with it, but if you like a little more salt in your food, then be a little bit heavier with it. Put a little bit more, and that'll be fine. Alright, we're going to mix that up, and we're going to move on to actually stuffing the thighs now. So that's why I use wax paper. It's easier cleanup. If you got a cutting board and you want to use that, that's fine. But wax paper to me does the trick. You can roll it up, wipe your countertop off, bam, you're done. You see what I'm saying? Alright. So we're going to put some rice in here. Don't put a lot, because remember, if you put a lot, you're not going to be able to close the thigh. And then, once you start rolling it in the flour, even once it starts cooking, your mixture will come out. And you don't want that to happen. So you put this so that you're able to close this thigh around your stuffing. You see what I'm doing? Pulling it around. I'm going to stick some toothpicks. As soon as I get it all the way closed up, then I'm going to secure it with toothpicks. Alright, so take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Close it like you would a purse, a pocketbook. Close it. Alright, I was being careful right there. I didn't want to touch the other toothpicks. So once you touch chicken, contaminates everything. So you don't want to put your hand like down in the pack of toothpicks, because if you do, you just contaminated all of them and you might as well throw them away. So I had to make sure I had some on the countertop. So I was taking it back in my hand, trying to move it back. That's what I was doing. Alright, so we're closing this up. It's going to hold, so you want to check your sides too. You want to make sure the sides over there are closed. That your rice filling is not spilling out into the hot oil. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I'm going to show you with this one, just how to do it. So see, I'm going to stuff that mixture, close that up, because it's going to go into some oil. Make sure your pan is hot, or your deep fryer, whichever one you're using, that your oil is about at 350 degrees. You want that oil to be very hot, because what you want to do is, this is already boneless, so it's going to cook very quickly. You want to make sure, look, and see that part right there, you want to make sure all of that is covered up. Because that flour, once it starts frying, then it's going to close everything in, and no chance of your filling coming out. You know what I'm saying? So coat it completely, coat all of them, you'll be ready for frying. So after that one, we're ready. We're going over to frying now. Alright, so the oil is hot. We're at 350 degrees, so I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken in. That's exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for it to bubble up like that, to sizzle. You're looking to hear it when you put it in the pan. So you hear that frying sound. That beautiful, wonderful frying sound for fried chicken. Yes. Alright, these went about, I would say between 6 and 8 minutes. These cook very, very quickly. So it depends. But if you have bigger chicken thighs and you roll more filling in there, then you want to be careful. You want to watch your chicken, because you want to make sure your filling is hot, but your chicken is done too. So you do want to keep in mind though, because if it was bone in, it takes a little bit longer to cook. But since they're boneless, we're good to go. Alright, so we're going to fry these, and fry them until they are a golden brown. Alright, so watch this. And so we're getting there. Now the key to it with these is, usually you'll leave something, you'll turn it once, it's done. What I'm going to tell you to do with these, in order to keep from having burn spots on the bottom, you're going to keep turning these. Now I'm using a cast iron skillet, so I had it on high heat to heat it up, but then I moved it to a medium high, then I moved it to a medium. So it's over a medium flame now. Now I just want them to get golden brown, crispy, beautiful, trust me, and make sure the inside is cooked. So you can see it's still bubbling around there. So on a medium heat, that's what it's going to look like. Alright, so I'm going to brown these a little bit more. I'm going to let them get some more color on them. And when they're really nice and golden brown, I'm going to check it. Now, if you want to stick your meat thermometer on the inside, you can. It's not necessary. I'm telling you, it's boneless. It's highly unlikely you will undercook this chicken unless you keep your fire on high. Make sure that flame is at a medium. Make sure it is. And if you're using a deep fryer, then just make sure you keep turning so that you do not get dark spots on some of your chicken. Keep turning it. Keep turning. Even if you have to take a spoon and like stir it in the deep fryer, that works, because I'll do it sometimes. So I act like I'm stirring the pot, but I will stir my meat in there so I don't have dark spots on it. Alright? Alright, so we're going to come back when these are done, and I'm going to show you what they look like. So I split it 2 ways so I can show you what it looks like. Now this one I split in half just so you can see what the stuffing looked like and the cooked chicken. The other ones, I cut it into medallions and put it on a plate to serve it. That looks so good. Believe me, this was so good. Y'all better go make some. I'm telling you. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. As always, I appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.